In this episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast, we're continuing on our series in discussing my new comprehensive program to help with anxiety and panic disorders, the nervous system reset. The last couple of episodes, we covered some of it. We're going to finish it up today. Again, it's a huge program, and I'm really excited to get this out and get people enrolled in this. So we're going to talk about that. And as usual, we're giving away free stuff. Hang in there, folks. We'll be right back.
This sounds like something for the authorities in Detroit.
Well, joke's on you. I'm living to 102 and then dying, like the city of Detroit.
Guys like this antique over here out of Detroit.
Spawned in the hellfires of Motown.
Take him to Detroit.
No, not Detroit. No, please. Anything with that. No.
Stationed in Drambuie. It's worse than Detroit.
We did not have, as a unit, the confidence that we felt like we needed to beat Detroit.
Let's go to Detroit.
Now you're talking, brother.
I don't think so. He plays for Detroit now.
Do they have many farms in Detroit?
Detroit. It's in Michigan.
I go to school. I know where Detroit is.
Get ready for the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright, originating from the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. He has hypnotized thousands of people from all over the United States. David R. Wright has been featured on news outlets all across the country and is the clinical director of an outpatient mental health and hypnosis clinic located just south of Detroit, where he helps people daily using the power of hypnosis. Welcome, the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright.
What is going on, my friends? It is David Wright, the Motor City Hypnotist, and we are back with another episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast.
You know, it's been a week.
It's been a while. Matt was off for a bit, and then
we were here last week.
Well, no, we were.
Yeah.
And then we had a couple weeks off, but we're here. We're here now in the Podcast Your Voice Southfield Studios. It's a palatial arrangement, setup, whatever you want to call it. And we just finished a Man Cave Happy Hour. If you guys want to listen to that podcast, check that out, because we just tested a whole bunch of bourbons that Jamie received for his retirement party.
It was 4 bottles of bourbon, all different kinds.
Yep. And all of them were good.
Yes.
I mean, like, typically if we do like a multi-bottle tasting, one of them is like,
none of them.
None of them. All of them were good. And I'm enjoying one right now.
I'll go through it. It was Weller, Special Reserve, the New Riff Origin Series. It was the Bardstown Original Bourbon.
Yes.
Yeah. And the other one was, I'm looking over it. Oh, it was the Doc Swinson's.
That's right. And that one I'd never heard of.
Yeah, and that's like right on par with your Dark Ride.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, good times. Check out the Man Cave Happy Hour podcast if you want to check out what we were tasting, and then maybe get some for yourself.
I'm still tasting it.
I am too. I'm still drinking it. It's right here. Here we go. Look at that.
You know, you started this new process of helping people go from point A to point Z in a shorter period of time.
Yes.
And we're in part 3 of this, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm really interested to see where this next step is going to help folks.
Yep.
But before we get
into that, let me tell you first where you can find me. My website is motorcityhypnotist.com. Check it out. The nervous system reset program, the one we're talking about right now, is on the website. Just look up in the menu bar. You can click on it and get all of the information you need from it. And there's a link there that you can click in to purchase the product. And then you'll be given a link to the product. And there's 8 modules that you can work through at your own pace. We recommend probably weekly for each module, but it's all there. Check it out. If you suffer from anxiety or panic disorder, this can be super beneficial for you. Mm-hmm. My social media links, Facebook and YouTube, are both Motor City Hypnotist. Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok are all Motor City Hypno. That's HYPNO. And as we've done every episode, going back to number 1, text the word hypnosis to 313-800-8510. Within a few moments, you'll get a text from me with a PDF, a hypnosis guide that I've written. Kind of dispels some myths and misconceptions, gives you some general information on how and why hypnosis is so effective. And also, an additional option that you may have is type the word anxiety to 313-800-8510, and it will give you a link to the nervous system reset program. So that's additional. I've just added that over the next week or so. So if you text the word anxiety to the same number, 313-800-8510, you'll get information regarding the nervous reset program. Also, wherever you're listening, whatever platform you're on, Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, whatever it is, please leave a review, because review helps us to get to more people and more people listening to the show, which of course is our goal. We want to gain our viewership. So I would appreciate that very much. All right, it is time.
How winning is done.
All right. So this is one of the parts of your show. Aside from what we do talk about, this is a spot where I really enjoy what you bring to the table to talk about a champion, a hero, somebody that did something really great in the community to help somebody else out. And I'm only helping you out because you're diving through your notes looking for the story.
I am, because it's my notes. My notes are out of order, and now I need to find
the winner of the week. The winner of the in week there somewhere.
It is
and
here.
If you don't find it, I want to know what the pet name is.
For some reason,
because that's my winner. If it's that pet that I'm looking at.
It's so difficult right now because I am missing page. I'm missing page.
Page 3.
Oh gosh,
47.
This is just terrible. Yeah, it's awful.
National Treasure 3 coming out.
It is
page 47. Yeah, page 47. National Treasure 3 is coming out 2028 probably. Because Turtle Top and Disney have decided to agree on a script between the parties, and Nicolas Cage and Bernthal and Diane Kruger.
Bernthal was a great one.
Yeah, they're all coming back to National Treasure 3.
All right, so folks, I'm sorry, but I have to admit
my winner's right there, right on top. Yep, right there.
Okay,
right.
We're going to do this first.
Yeah, it's my winner.
Okay. We're going to start with winner of the week.
Yeah.
It's Toby.
Okay, who's Toby?
Toby is a domestic short hair kitten, and she's available at the Taylor Animal Shelter. Here we go. There she is.
Oh,
Toby.
That's a cute pussy. A kitty cat.
Oh, ding. There we go.
And their name
is
Toby.
Her name is Toby. You know what? I don't know, and I'm assuming this is a male because of the name, but it doesn't specify in the website. So anyway,
there's no gentrification here.
Toby needs a home. My name is Toby. Domestic short hair. She's a kitten just born.
As a cat dad.
Yep.
As a true cat dad.
Yep.
Toby is a brilliant looking animal.
Toby looks fantastic.
And it looks like there's a little looks like there's someone behind Toby.
Yeah, like sticking up.
A little Siamese action going on behind Toby there. Yeah.
It could be the edge of the tail, like the end of the tail.
I see an ear, I see a nose and some eye. But Toby is the center of attention right now.
Absolutely.
That's my winner of the week.
So
Domestic short hair.
Toby is a winner of the week. My name is Toby. TaylorAnimalShelter.com. Toby is up for adoption. Check it out.
Love it.
You won't regret it.
Thank you, Toby, for being the winner of the week.
All righty. That is our winner of that is our winner of the week since I screwed up.
That's how winning is done.
We don't screw up, David.
Yes, it is.
We just make it right.
No, we just make it work. Whatever happens.
Every animal that you bring into this show is the winner of the week as well.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
When they get adopted, it's the best thing ever.
So
what do we got?
back to it.
So
Back to it. There it is. There it is, Jamie. Jamie called it. I was just hitting play when you said it. So back to it. So today we're talking about my masterclass, your nervous system reset.
Yes.
And we started on this a couple of episodes ago, and we're into episode 3. So we left off the last time on our last podcast discovering the 5 shifts. And when I talk about the 5 shifts, these are the things that you need to change. So just in essence, I've worked in therapy. I've been a therapist for 33 plus years. And I've worked with people throughout that time to break free from anxiety and panic. In that time, I saw something that really kind of fascinated me. I saw people who created an incredible recovery. People who went from housebound to boarding planes, from dreading the grocery store to leading meetings, calm in their own skin for the first time in years. And that's what the goal of this program is to give you freedom.
Well, so David, here's the thing. There are individuals out in the world today that are public speakers. They're well renowned for their speeches and how they talk. But I guarantee you that every single one of them, before they go on stage, they get butterflies.
Yes.
So it's more of how to manage how to manage those butterflies.
Yes.
Before you, because everyone's anxious.
Yes.
Everyone's got those anxious tenacities and tendencies.
So here's the thing, and I say this to clients every day. You cannot have zero anxiety.
No, absolutely not.
Because that little bit of anxiety, little bit of anxiety keeps you safe. If you were going to cross a 4-lane highway, you're going to feel a little bit anxious because it makes you aware. It makes you aware of your surroundings. It protects you.
And that's what these speakers that, when they're on stage, you see them, they look so comfortable, the way that they're interacting with the crowd. Stand-up comedians, for example, they get out there and you can't really tell that they're anxious or that they're nervous. They take that nervousness and they take that and they make it their own.
Yes.
And that's what this process that you're talking about is, to help people from going from bedridden to in front of
to just functioning.
Yes.
Just being in the world.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a great example, Matt. I just got back from Ogama County Fair over the weekend. I had shows on Friday and Saturday, 2 shows apiece. And when I do shows, you mentioned the butterflies, like the thing in the stomach. For me, my tendency is to get overstimulated, I have to pull myself back a little bit because I could be frantic. I can be out of control.
That's fair. And and you see that.
Yes.
And you're aware of it.
Yes.
But when you feel like you're getting out of control, you're talking too fast and you're saying things that just really to you make sense, but to the crowd, they're like, what did you just say?
Yep.
That's when you realize, when you're looking at the crowd, you need to pull yourself back.
Absolutely.
Take that breath for a second.
And I know myself, so I'm aware of that. So I do kind of moderate as I'm doing my shows, because again, for some people, nervousness ends up being hesitant, or you're not quite sure what to say, or you get lost in your words. My typical reaction to stress or to being in front of a crowd is to be too to be too much, too boisterous, too loud, too hey, what's going on?
You're like that 1960s radio disc jockey.
Exactly. So I make a conscious effort to just pull back a little bit just to make it sane. You know what I mean?
So something that I've practiced as a public speaker, and I've done a lot of seminars and webinars.
Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't matter if you're in front of somebody or if you're in front of nobody. It's the same connotation. The butterflies are still there.
Yep.
It's realizing how to slow down.
Yep.
How to pace yourself so
Yes.
you can make sense of what is being said, whether it's off the top of your head or if it's written down for
Absolutely.
you already.
And I'll give you a great example, Matt. I've been working on this program for months.
Okay.
And part of the program is, again, putting all of the presentation together and then narrating over it. So there's definitely a pacing thing that you have to be conscious of. Because
Sure.
if you go too fast, people are they're just gonna lose it. They're just gonna disappear.
You and I have done a lot of shows, and we've always had a little liquid encouragement.
Oh, of course we
with us.
do. That's always good.
But that's not needed.
No,
that is not a
it's
needed
not
thing.
necessary. Right.
It's being conscious of how you are in front of people,
Yep.
your body language, how you stand in front of a crowd. But there's so much involved with all that. But I want you to really dig in a little bit and kind of talk about this process to help someone go from not being able to leave their house to being able to lead a meeting.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I know if you've not listened to the first 2 episodes of the Nervous System Reset podcast, go back and listen to those, or you can catch up after this one. But we're picking up where we left off on episode 2. So here's the bottom line as far as anxiety and panic goes. If you want to break free from anxiety and panic, you have to understand this one reframe. This is the main one.
Okay.
You are not broken. Your alarm is miscalibrated.
We talk. I remember this from the first 2 episodes. That alarm in you, it goes off and it makes you aware.
Yes, because when that alarm goes off, what happens? It's the amygdala. It's that part of your brain that sends the alarm signals. So when it feels threat, it releases adrenaline and cortisol immediately into your system. And those chemicals cause you to have that visceral, physiological reaction. The pit in the stomach, the beating heart, the sweaty palms, the dizziness, the just feeling just out of sorts.
The nausea.
Yeah, the
diarrhea.
Right. All of these things, right. And here's the thing, again, it's just that your alarm is miscalibrated. And this is the single thing that most anxiety sufferers almost never grasp.
What is that?
Grab a hold of it and stop fighting it. Now, when I say that, you're going to say, whoa, that's a bit scary. I don't know about that. Here's the thing, though. Once you start to recognize the symptoms and stop fighting it, then you can address it. And you'll discover something you've lost for good, you think, is hope.
You know what the hardest thing to do for a surfer?
Yes.
When they're learning is learning how to ride the wave.
Yep. Yes. Great point, Matt.
And once you recognize that feeling, it's letting it take over you and see where the wave is going to go.
Absolutely.
And then you make your determination as to, okay, I'm going to stay on my belly. Now I'm going to scooch up a little bit, foot, stand up.
Yep.
It takes a number of times to get to that point. So it's not an overnight process. This is something you have to work on. You have to practice.
There's work involved in any recovery. When I work with clients in session, things don't happen just by happenstance or automatically.
No.
You have to do the work.
Yeah.
You have to put some effort in.
You have to
part of recovery.
And you have to recognize how you're feeling and what's going on around you that's making you feel that way, so you can stand up on that surfboard and understand things are going to not stop coming at
absolutely you. Life is going to bring you challenges. That's a fact. And it's how you respond to them that makes the difference.
I love that.
So when we ended the last episode, we were on the shifts. We talked about the 5 shifts you need to change and deal with your anxiety and panic. So we're on to shift number 3, which is what I call the secret weapon.
What is that?
Subconscious nervous system retraining.
Okay. In layman terms, what does that mean?
That means we're just retraining your mind to think in a different way.
Well, thank you for that.
using clinical hypnosis, which again, I'm a certified hypnotherapist.
Yes, you are.
To reach the exact part of the brain, the subconscious, where your alarm goes off.
Is this the cognitive dissonance that people talk about sometimes?
Yes.
All right.
So here's the thing. People who deal with anxiety and panic don't think, oh, I'm going to have a panic attack. Oh, I'm feeling anxious. It's your subconscious
It just pops.
just
goes.
reacting.
Mhm.
And once that reaction is in place, all of those chemicals come flooding into your body and you have that physical sensation.
Mhm.
The things we've talked about, the beating chest, the pit in your stomach, the sweatiness, the feeling of despair, that all comes flooding in. So what we want to do is we're going to use hypnosis to retrain your subconscious where the alarm actually lives.
So is this process all through hypnosis, which is what is trying to ultimately shorten the length of time?
So here's, yes, that's a good question, Matt. So what we're trying to do here is you're never going to be anxiety free.
No one.
That's a fallacy.
Everybody
Yes.
has anxiety.
Yes. Here's the difference. When you have anxiety, it's the ability to return back to your window of tolerance, which we talked about in the prior episodes. It's returning quickly to that window of tolerance where you feel safe.
Okay.
That is the difference.
It's a quicker reaction to how you're feeling.
Yep.
Through hypnosis.
So hypnosis is the single most powerful way to quiet panic before it starts.
Okay.
And that's the big thing, because a lot of times our habits are all stored in our subconscious, and our subconscious runs in the background. We don't have any control over that.
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
When you're doing a show, when I was DJing a wedding, when I'm in front of people talking or what have you, I'm not behind a microphone. Do you put yourself into somewhat of a state of hypnosis so you can do what you do best?
In a sense, like I psych myself up for shows. And for me, again, the butterflies, that nervousness, all of that kind of feeling. Oh, August just walked in and gave us a treat.
Yezhnivka.
Nice. Cheers, brother.
Blackberry brandy at its best.
Blackberry brandy. Here we go.
And it's frozen.
Oh.
Yum. Thank you.
Good stuff.
Thank you, August.
Good stuff, August.
Oh, that reminds me of days past.
Oh,
and I'm not anxious about it at all.
That was a great drink.
Thank you. So, but my point of the question was, when we're at events, when we're at shows, and you're in front of a couple hundred people, that is the most nerving thing that any human being can put themselves in.
Well, let me give you a different scenario, Matt.
Please.
The shows I do, and this year, my buddy, I have a buddy, Richard, who's a hypnotist as well.
Yes.
And we kind of trade off shows. If he can't make it, I do it. If I can't make it, he does it. We kind of cover for each other.
Fair.
But I've done the University of Florida show probably 5 times.
Yes. That show. That's 500 kids.
No. 3,000.
3,000 kids.
It's
Holy
a
shit.
basketball arena filled with students.
All right. I'm going to tell you this. I've DJ'd a lot of weddings in my days. If I'm in front of 300 people, not everybody is going to like me. Right. I accept that.
Sure.
I'm a nice guy.
Sure.
And if you don't like me, you're missing out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's egotistical. I don't know.
That's fine. You just know yourself.
Not everybody's going to like you.
Yep.
And the moment that you realize that, you're going to be such a better presenter, such a better speaker. You're going to be more relaxed with yourself.
Absolutely.
Not everybody is going to enjoy what you have to say.
Absolutely.
You're in front of 3,000 people. If 31% of those people, 30 people don't like you, there's 2,960 that do.
Yes, exactly. Right? In a show like that, where you have that many people, I have like 40 people on stage. I'm dealing with a crowd of people. So a huge percentage is already involved.
But you're performing a feat of hypnotism
Mhm.
of 40 people.
Yep.
I don't want to get off track, but you are still performing. You
Yes.
still have those butterflies.
Yep.
You may have started a little overtly,
Right.
but you have pulled yourself back.
Sure.
So with regards to the process that you're
Yes.
talking about here, we're talking about the very, very first steps of getting to a point where you can be comfortable in your own skin.
Absolutely. So let me talk to you quickly, now that you bring that up, Matt, about
Yes.
the old way, the
Okay.
way people typically deal with it.
Okay.
There are probably some things you've tried or considered that haven't worked. And I want the people listening to hear me about this. If you've tried this stuff and gotten nowhere, it's not your fault.
No.
Because you've just been given information that is not effective or it's outdated.
It's old ways, right?
Conventional wisdom is a recipe for conventional results.
I don't know why gentrification came into mind.
Every time everyone tells you that if you want to stop the anxiety, here are the things that people say to people with anxiety.
The old ways.
Yeah.
Are you talking the old ways right now?
The old ways.
Okay. I just want to reaffirm.
White knuckle it through another breathing exercise. That'll calm you down.
Okay.
Download a meditation app. That'll help you.
That was just 10 years ago, dude.
Talk about it in therapy, but take years to get to the resolution.
And thousands of dollars afterwards. Okay.
Manage it with medication alone.
Which is a last resort. Go on.
And you guys know I'm a therapist. I have a clinic. We have a psychiatrist. One of our requirements is that if you're seeing our doctor for medication, you have to attend therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Medication alone is never a resolution.
It's
never a solution.
It's the last resort to get to the solution.
Yep.
Because everything else has been exhausted. Go on.
Again, another thing that doesn't work. Avoid every trigger that you know of, just in case.
Can I comment?
You can comment. Yes.
Did you say turn the lights off? Repeat what you just said.
I said avoid every trigger just in case.
That means sit in a dark room and just forget the world.
Well, typically, yes. That would be the only way to avoid triggers.
Correct.
Is to isolate.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Go on.
Repeat positive affirmations in the mirror. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm not saying that they can't be beneficial, but it's a little. I'll just say it's too little, too late.
Because I'm good enough. I'm smart enough.
And
gosh darn it. you picked up on that?
I did.
All right,
I got
good.
it. I got it. Stuart Smiley.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's it.
Good enough and smart enough. Gosh darn it.
Here's another coping mechanism that people use. Pour a glass of wine just to take the edge off. Now, I'm not saying not to drink. I'm just saying that if you're using that to cope with anxiety, that is not a healthy approach.
No, it's not. And your liver will definitely disagree over time.
And finally, and just wait for it to pass on its own.
Wait.
And then maybe
wait.
you'll feel better.
Wait. Hold on.
I got it.
I'm almost there. Not quite there yet.
That's okay. This is why, and I'm going to say this, I mean, truthfully and honestly, this is why this is dumb.
With a capital D?
Most of these things are sophisticated forms of avoidance and coping.
Okay.
And every time you cope your way through a moment, instead of retraining your alarm, you quietly confirm that to your brain that the situation was actually dangerous. You're reinforcing the pattern that you're trying to interrupt.
Because you're not being cognizant of what is actually happening.
Yes.
And that's where this process that you're talking about, going from years of therapy, thousands of dollars, to what, 3 months?
Maybe.
Right?
Could be. Yeah. Right.
It's a really thoughtful process, but the homework,
here's the thing.
The commitment,
yes,
has to be there.
That is key, Matt. And that's part of this program, because in this program that I developed, we have what we call discovery calls. People schedule a phone call with me for 45 minutes. I talk to them about their situation, what kind of anxiety and panic they're dealing with.
Sure.
And here's the thing. If I determine that they're not going to do the work, they're not part of the program. That's the key, because you have to do work to get better. You have to initiate. You have to be committed. You have to do the work that it takes to get better.
It's a very short marriage.
Yes.
For a lifetime of comfortableness.
Yes.
Is that true?
That's fair.
And
that's fair enough.
I had to think about the word comfortableness, because when you're anxious and you have these feelings, when you're just waking up in the morning and you're like, okay, this is going to be a bad day.
Yes.
To the point where I'm waking up and like, okay, this might be a bad day, but I'm going to walk through it.
Well,
with my head held up high.
Even different. Waking up and not doing that mental body scan.
And that's the thing, is you have to wake up and knowing how you felt yesterday is going to be very different from today.
Absolutely.
But it's how you really embrace where you're at in your life, where you're at with your own self.
Absolutely.
Regardless if you're on a line building parts, if you're in an office sitting in a cubicle, I don't care if you have superpowers and you realize that.
Yeah.
You know what? Everybody's got issues.
Yes.
And
well, that's the whole thing. Everybody has things that they deal with. Everybody has difficulties that they struggle with. And the people who take action are the difference between the people who don't take action. That's key.
That's key. Yeah.
And people that come to therapy, I'm like, listen, you've already taken action. You know there's something that needs to be addressed, and you've decided to address it. That is a key thing.
What's one of the first lines that you tell a new patient of yours or a new client? Everybody has what?
Okay. Let me preface this. I'm going to swear.
Please.
Every new client that comes in and sits down in my office, I say to them, listen, you're here for a reason, because you've decided you want to change.
Yeah.
And I say to them, everybody's fucked up.
Yeah.
Everybody has issues they need to deal with. It's just a matter of who decides to deal with them.
Right.
And who doesn't. That's the difference.
And that's the basis for going from point A to point Z.
Absolutely.
In a short period of time, is recognizing that you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Pardon my French.
Absolutely. That's the key.
Yeah.
To know that I need help beyond myself.
Yeah. And it's not it's I have something that I have to work on.
Well, and I've said this, Matt, and I'll say it here. I may have said, I'm sure I've said it in this podcast after 350 episodes that everybody's fucked up. Everybody has to talk to somebody about something. I feel like everyone should be talking to someone. Now, I'm not saying it's a therapist. It could be a confidant. It could be a close friend, but somebody to process your feelings and your issues with someone else.
And why you do what you do and how you do it. That's what this whole this process that you're launching is all about.
Absolutely.
We all have stuff in our past and our present. We don't know our future.
Right.
But we all have stuff that we have to talk about.
Absolutely.
We all have things that we're dealing with today.
Yep.
To bring us a future that we're going to be proud of. That's the basis for this process that you're launching. And I really appreciate what you're doing. And this next episode that we're going to do is going to give us more information.
Absolutely. We're going to continue on with
Part 4.
Reset Your Nervous System, Part 4. Those of you on Facebook Live, stick around. We're going to do another episode. Those of you listening wherever, whatever platform you're on, whether it be Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, whatever, jump ahead to the next episode. If it's not there, it will be there on Tuesday or Thursday. So in the meantime, change your thinking, change your life, laugh hard, run fast, be kind. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, you will.
As soon as I get my mouse working.
Come on, work,
Wait a
bitch.
minute.
Come on, work.
There we go.
Push it. Push the microphone. Push it. I'm having a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
I want you to just talk.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm holding you back.
No. You're all good. It's all good. You're all good.
I don't want to.
No, you're good. I want somebody asking questions. I want feedback. That's kind of
The back and forth.
good back and forth. Yes, absolutely.
Mike. Jamie, did you enjoy that? All you.
In this episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast, we are continuing on with our series on the nervous system reset, a program I've developed that's available right now, and I'm going to cover what that is. We're on episode 4, so if you've not listened to episode 1 through 3, you can go back and catch up, or you can listen to this one and jump back and catch those later. Either way works fine. In the meantime, we're giving away free stuff. Hang in there, folks. We'll be right back.
This sounds like something for the authorities in Detroit.
Well, joke's on you. I'm living to 102 and then dying, like the city of Detroit.
Guys like this take over here out of Detroit.
Spawn in the hellfires of Motown. Take him to Detroit.
No, not Detroit. No, please. Anything but that. No.
Stationed in Drambuie. It's worse than Detroit.
We did not have, as a unit, the confidence that we felt like we needed to beat Detroit.
Let's go to Detroit. Now you're talking, brother.
I don't think so. He plays for Detroit now.
Do they have many farms in Detroit?
Detroit. It's in Michigan.
I go to school. I know where Detroit is.
Get ready for the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright, originating from the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. He has hypnotized thousands of people from all over the United States. David R. Wright has been featured on news outlets all across the country and is the clinical director of an outpatient mental health and hypnosis clinic located just south of Detroit, where he helps people daily using the power of hypnosis. Welcome, the Motor City Hypnotist, David R. Wright.
What is going on, my friends? It is David Wright, the Motor City Hypnotist. We are back with another episode of the Motor City Hypnotist podcast.
Welcome back, young man.
That is Matt Fox, the other voice you hear. We're here in the palatial Podcast Your Voice, Southfield Studios, hanging out on a Monday night doing a podcast. Enjoying a drink as well from the Man Cave Happy Hour podcast, which was right before mine.
So we had we had an episode where we shared a number of bottles.
Yes, we did.
And this is our second episode after we had that.
Yes, after the Man Cave. Yes,
because you and I will sit back and we'll do a couple of episodes together. And the liquor has slowly
taken its effect.
It's gotten into our nervous system, and we've had a good night. It's a Monday.
We have. Our
work week has started. We are going to get into the rest of the work week and be like, what the fuck were we thinking?
I know.
every single week.
I know.
I'm kidding.
No.
Because
Every Monday night is great because I come and get to share valuable information.
You know what Monday
to help people.
You know what this night does for me?
Mm-hmm.
It makes me realize that Sunday nights are the best night of the week.
Aha. Because usually Sunday nights are terrible because you dread the work week.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, Sundays, I think I'll dry out. Nope. I'm going to have a beer.
Yep. Absolutely.
Why not? I don't care.
All righty, folks. Let me tell you first.
Where can we find you?
Find me? My website is motorcityhypnotist.com. Check it out. All the information is there. Actually, there's a tab in the menu bar for the Nervous System Reset Program. You can click on that, get all of the information you need, and purchase online. It's there. It's ready to go. Just take a look. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My social media, Facebook and YouTube, are both Motor City Hypnotist, and Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok are all Motor City Hypno.
Can I spell it?
Yes.
It's HYP.
Absolutely. HYPNO.
Hypno.
And as usual, we're giving away free stuff. Text the word hypnosis to 313-800-8510. Within a few moments, you'll receive a PDF, a hypnosis guide that I've written. Just kind of explains hypnosis, how and why it works, and dispels some misconceptions. That's yours for free. It will also leave a link to my business page, Motor City Hypnotist. A review would be greatly appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Again, any reviews help us to get out to more people and be able to reach more people.
If you like it and you like what you hear, and then you share it with somebody who you feel would benefit from what we're talking about,
absolutely,
in a fun way, and
sure,
or
just say, hey, listen, I found this great podcast. He talks about mental health and issues that could affect you. Check it out.
But we're not.
That's perfect.
But you're not the guy that's going to be like, so if you feel
no,
that's not what this is.
I'm not the dry mental health guy who talks about shame spirals.
You bring a human piece of what is out there and what is going on in the world,
absolutely,
and with ourselves in a human way that really makes me, as your friend,
yes,
and as a
colleague,
I wouldn't say colleague because I'm not licensed.
No, that's true. Well, but that's okay. You're still here. You're still part of the podcast.
But as a person who wants to understand themselves a little bit more as to how to react to certain situations, and this program that you're doing is really there to help somebody go from a point A to point X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
Because there's no Z automatically.
No.
It takes
it takes work.
N-O-P-Q,
yes,
whatever.
You have to do the work to get better.
Yeah.
That and I say that in therapy to clients. You have to do the work to get better. There's no magic pill. There's no magic formula.
Yeah. You'll go from A to L quickly.
Right.
But the MNOP, QRS is a couple of steps.
We got to work towards.
You got to get there.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I had to get my alphabet out.
Nope, you're all good.
All right. So
it's time.
Is it?
It is.
Is it?
It's winner of the week.
Who is it?
So since I lost my notes for the past two winners,
let me preface this for you.
Okay.
You are a very organized individual.
I am.
You always have been.
I have
been. And the fact that we don't have an actual winner in quotations, I'm using that. Let me share with you that these animals that you bring into the show from Taylor Animal Shelter,
Detroit Dog Rescue,
Detroit Rock, they're all those are all winners.
Absolutely.
So I cannot wait to see who this next winner is.
The winner is D-Town.
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 Was he born in Detroit? Oh, look at that face. Holy shnikes.
D-Town is an American Staffordshire Terrier, female. She'll be about 26 to 60 pounds. Currently, she's a year and 6 months old.
That is a puppy.
Yep, that's a puppy.
With a capital P.
She's at the TaylorAnimalShelter.com. Check it out. She's up for adoption.
It's a terrier.
She needs a home.
She looks like a terrier pit bull mix because of the ears and the eyes,
that, right?
And the eyes and the nose. She's adorable.
She is.
She might be very active. That looks she looks like an active puppy.
Again, 26 to 60 pounds, medium breed.
Yeah.
So just so you know.
But just in her eyes, she looks active.
Yep.
She looks brilliant. I love the I love the gold.
D-Town needs a home.
Please.
TaylorAnimalShelter.com.
Winner of the week there.
For sure.
Thank you.
That's how winning is done.
All righty.
So,
back to it.
Back to it.
Oh,
all righty. So,
thank you, Negan.
We're talking about the nervous system reset. This is episode 4. If you've not listened to 1 through 3, you can go back. You can listen to this one and then go back. Either way, you're going to get all the information.
So in between episodes, I know I said to you, I want you to share with everybody what's going on, because I felt like on the last episode I kind of had a lot to say.
Yep.
But I want you to really dig into this process. And,
yes.
I'm going to take a small step back, and I just want folks to understand why you feel this process is so important. So
yeah, absolutely. So we're talking about the nervous system reset, and this is episode 4. So there's a lot of information that's been already conveyed. Again, if you've not listened to those episodes, you can go back and listen to those now, or you can wait till after this one. But either way, you'll get all the information.
And as the layman, I just ask questions.
Yep, absolutely. So here's why we mentioned the end of last episode, strategies for dealing with anxiety. Things like talk about it in therapy for years, avoid every single trigger, repeat positive affirmations, pour a glass of wine just to take the edge off.
Did you say wine?
Wine, I did. So here's the thing. And we ended the last episode, why this is dumb. And I'm going to continue on why this is dumb.
I love it.
Because here's the thing. They treat curiosity, insight, and understanding as the finish line. But you can understand why you're anxious, why you have panic attacks. You can trace it to childhood, name every single trigger, but still have these full-blown episodes of anxiety and panic an hour later. Insight alone never changed anything.
Can I tell you something dumb?
Yeah.
I love dumb stuff.
Sure.
Because the dumb stuff is where you get smarter.
Yep. It is. It is. And this is why it's really dumb.
Okay.
The old way quietly teaches you that managing this forever is the best you can hope for. Is a lifetime of coping tools, escape plans, and white knuckling. This belief is the real prison, and it's a lie. And that's where most people are stuck. So I want to make sure this makes sense. So I want you to imagine, just for a moment, those who are listening, a smoke alarm. And it's been wired to go off every time you make toast. Most of you have probably experienced this in your household. I remember as a kid growing up, whenever my mom was cooking in the kitchen, the smoke alarm would go off.
Okay.
And we'd have to go wave a towel at it to get it shut off.
Been there.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody's had this issue.
Hell, I did it last week.
But here's the thing. As far as our mental health, the fire is not real. The alarm doesn't know that. That's the issue.
Yeah.
The alarm is responding to something that's not accurate. Now picture everyone else's advice if they were to talk to you and you say, hey, my smoke alarm is going off every time I make toast. Here's some suggestions you might get from friends or family.
Okay, when you say suggestions, do you mean the folks that cry wolf?
I'm just meaning people who have you shared this with and just have an opinion.
I asked that question because the smoke goes off. You make toast every morning for breakfast. The smoke alarm goes off. Oh, they're just making toast, right?
Yes.
But
exactly.
what does that alarm really mean?
Well, that and we're going to get into that. So here's what everybody else's advice would be. Just put in some earplugs. That way you won't hear the alarm.
What?
Okay, that's fine. Here's a breathing app to calm you while the alarm is blaring.
These are the old ways, just regurgitating themselves. Yeah.
Here's a therapist to discuss your feelings about the noise the alarm is making.
Here's my wallet. Go on.
And whatever you do, stop making toast. This is the advice you would get from external sources. But nobody thinks to just walk over and say, just shut the alarm off.
Yeah.
Take the battery out. Whatever it is you need to do. Exhausting, endless, and aimed at everything except the one thing that actually fixes it. Shut off the alarm.
How do you wake up every morning?
How do I wake up?
How do you wake
to my phone alarm going off?
Did you just say alarm?
Yes.
All right. So you wake up every morning to an alarm.
Yep.
So that's kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? It's an oxymoron. You wake up to an alarm, but we have to eliminate the alarm that we're hearing when we get anxious.
Right. And that's this like subconscious reinforcement that when we get an alarm, we take action. But with anxiety, many times that alarm is a false alarm. And that's the difficulty, is determining what is true and what is not.
That's that's what I was looking, the differentiation. You have to be able to get up and start your day with an alarm. That's your brain, your subconscious. But the alarm that you're getting when you start getting that feeling of anxiousness and I'm not comfortable in the environment that I'm sitting in, that's the alarm that you have to be able to turn off.
Yes. Ideally, that is the kind of the goal of this program is to recognize, is this a false alarm or is it a real alarm? That is the question.
I say turn off, you say false. It's one and the same.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just recognition.
Just using that same analogy, the smoke alarm. No one ever says to you, why don't you just go over and take the battery out?
Well, because I have to wake up tomorrow.
Well, that's kind of the thing. but the point is, nobody ever says recalibrate the alarm.
No.
They say stop making toast. Use a towel to wave it away. Open a window so the smoke doesn't set the alarm off.
Sure.
There are all these other alternative like solutions, but those don't resolve the underlying issue.
They don't. You say false alarm. And I when somebody is in, I'm going to take a junior in high school.
Sure.
Okay. Because that seems to be the area of folks that have having the most anxiety attacks.
Right.
Is your teenagers these days. They're in third hour. They're sitting in English class, and all of a sudden they get triggered by something, and all of a sudden they're anxious. What is that false alarm? It could be anything. It could be something somebody said. It could be something that they saw out of the corner of their eye. It's such a minuscule arena.
Well, see that's the difficulty, because any little thing can set that off.
Right. So
it could be a memory. It could be an association with something that caused you anxiety in the past.
And I use teenagers because that is an arena of age that seems to be having the most issues with anxiety.
Right. And there is, and let's go a little sidebar here for a moment.
Sidebar? All right.
I deal with a lot of adolescents, And for some reason, more so with girls than boys,
You're not wrong.
that they have this I'm not sure how to say it. They have this badge of honor of having mental illness.
Oh, that's not a badge of honor that I was thinking of.
Right. It's kind of like they have, because if you don't have a mental illness, you're not part of everyone else.
All right. So let me elaborate
Mhm.
and just kind of give you a general thought process around
Sure.
this. That badge of honor you're talking about,
Mhm.
it could be boy, man, woman, 17, 16, 35, 45.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what gender you are,
Right.
but there is something that's going to happen that's going to trigger a memory,
Of course.
an association,
That's life.
a smell.
That happens.
a s-
Yes.
It could be
Yes.
it could be the Red Ryder BB gun that's sitting
Right.
over, and it could be anything, right? But back to the process that you're talking about here is really bringing it back to what is causing that false alarm.
Yes. That is the key.
Yes.
So, based on that, Matt, let
Mhm.
me tell you the new way, the nervous system reset.
We talked about old ways.
So, if the old way doesn't work, then what does?
Okay.
That's the big question.
Okay.
You don't need one more app or another 3 sessions with your therapist. And and let me preface this, folks. I'm not downing therapy. I am a therapist. I see people every day and help them with things.
Mhm.
But sometimes we need more deep work done
Mhm.
than 1 hour a week can provide. So the question is, if that doesn't work, what does? We need to retrain the alarm itself at the subconscious level where it actually lives. And that's the problem with, if there is a problem with therapy, and I'm not downplaying therapy.
No.
It's important.
No.
It's useful. It's something that people need to do. But
Whether they take action against that or not.
Mhm.
Go on. Sorry.
Yep. So what we need to do is retrain the alarm itself at the subconscious level where it actually lives.
Mhm.
So, and it works like this: crack the code, calm on command, rewire the alarm, and reclaim your life.
Can you repeat that real quick?
Yep. Crack the code, calm on command, rewire the alarm, and reclaim your life.
So for you teenagers out there, crack the code. That means there's something else out there online for you to get better at the character that you just created in an RPG.
Yep, sure. Yeah. If you want to put it in that
Go
that's
on.
perfect. Yes,
Sorry.
absolutely.
Sorry.
No.
I'm talking millennial speak.
So here's the thing. This works because it doesn't manage your anxiety. Most people try to manage their anxiety and their panic attacks or cope with it, or ask you to avoid your life. Just try to ignore everything. But this approach goes straight to the pattern driving the panic. And it teaches your nervous system the one thing every myth left out: you are safe. The reason panic and anxiety exists is your amygdala firing because it feels threatened. And as soon as that amygdala fires, what happens? You get a dump of adrenaline and cortisol into your physiology. What do those chemicals do? They cause
Go on.
nausea,
Uh-huh.
upset stomach,
Uh-huh.
shaking,
Uh-huh.
sweating,
And
narrowed vision,
plus
dizziness,
and
feelings of dread,
okay.
feelings of just doom.
Did I just take Wegovy?
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Not to obliterate
No,
or
no,
talk
no.
bad against
no.
it, but
But this
I'm
this
talking
is
about
this is the
side
human
effects.
the human mental response to that is all of those things.
It's side effects. Any commercial you see on TV, the side effects may include blah 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 blah.
Yep.
That's what you have to pay attention to.
Absolutely.
And these are the things
Absolutely.
that are going to propel you once you recognize nausea, once you recognize X, Y, and
all
Z.
of those symptoms.
All those symptoms.
Recognizing they're coming from anxiety and panic. That is the key.
Yeah.
So let me just run through quickly a case study of a client I've had.
Go on.
This client came in. His words, he said, "I'm at the end of my rope. I don't know what to do. I'm just lost."
Okay.
He spent countless time and money on therapy and programs and meditation apps and other self-help books. He tried all of these things.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What propelled him to do it one more time?
That's a good question. He wanted answers. He wanted to feel safe.
Sure.
He wanted to feel free. Free is the key word here.
But that's a very courageous decision to make because he's been through it before and he wanted to do it again.
Here's the thing. He was persistent. He came back to me. I worked with him. Immediately, using this program, things began to change for him.
Okay.
He was able to recognize these dysfunctional anxiety patterns and panic attacks and know that they were just habit. They were just habits of his subconscious mind. And once he realized that, there was like a total transformation. And I'm not overstating that. There was a change. He felt confident. He felt assured. He felt he could tackle anything.
Are panic attacks situational?
They can be. Typically, panic attacks occur when you're in a situation that's very stress-inducing.
Okay.
Going to a grocery store where there's a lot of people. Honestly, panic attacks can come from anywhere because it's a trigger that's been set long before the panic attack occurs.
That's fair.
So something as simple as just seeing a relative could cause a panic attack if the last time you saw a relative was a very negative experience for you.
Well, that's with that. Okay. Let's go back to biblical times. Okay.
Right.
Any time with a relative is going to be situational because where you left off, a conversation you had, or maybe there was an experience where somebody in the family had a bad experience with a mental or health issue,
right?
And how they handled it and how you handled it. You probably saw different views. It literally situational anxiety is just life.
It is. And that's the kind of the key thing to remember is that anxiety is never going to disappear.
No.
It'll never be gone. It'll never be zero. You're always going to have some level of anxiety. The key to this program is that you return to your window of tolerance much quicker. And we talked about window of tolerance, I believe, in episode one or two of this series. So as soon as you're able to return to that window of tolerance, the stress level just disappears. And that is the key as far as recognizing, okay, I'm outside of my window of tolerance. How do I get back?
So I don't feel that this topic, this process that you're talking about is going to only be 4 episodes. But
you're right about that, Matt. I'm positive on that.
Because you have shared a lot of information and you continue to elaborate on certain aspects of situational anxiety and anxiety in general. There's a lot to uncover here. And this process that you have started within your clinic
Yes.
is going to continue to evolve.
Yes, absolutely.
And
this program itself will continue to evolve as we get feedback and information from clients who have entered the program.
And I'm anxious.
There you go.
I'm excited to understand how this process is helping your clients.
Absolutely.
And how they have gotten better. I would love to hear somebody that just was not able to speak to one person one-on-one to somebody who was able to speak to two people in a room. Baby steps.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely. And here's the thing I want to leave you with before we end today's episode. I don't care if it's 5% change. It is change. And this is the whole goal of this program, is to make micro changes, because when you do a micro change, even though you think it's only 2 or 3%, it starts to create new neural pathways in your brain.
Do you know what one of the most anxious things or nervous things that somebody goes through in life? Can I ask you that question? Do you know what it is?
Wedding, birth,
an interview.
That's a good one.
When you have you and one other person that you're speaking with, that is the most nervous thing that a person can experience.
Yep.
And then the second interview, you've got a panel of people,
right?
3 or 4 people in front of you. It's the same nervousness.
Yep.
But it's heightened because you've got 3 or 4 people in front of you.
Right.
It's the same thing. But
it's funny.
Go on.
Funny you say that, Matt, because years ago, I don't know how many years ago, I was interviewing for a position as a therapist at this clinic.
Okay.
And there were 6 people interviewing me. And it was very antagonistic. It was very like attack oriented.
There's so many egos in the room. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not interested in working here. I just don't feel it. I left.
You have an ego, an ego, an ego, an ego, an ego. You have to be able to read the room. And that's where the anxiety really comes from. In my personal opinion is, how do I deal with these people that I'm speaking with in a very
professional way,
but in such a way of it's so discreet.
Yes.
But then you put yourself in a room of 4,000 people and you don't freaking care.
I know that's
it's such a process. It's such an understanding. What you're doing within your clinic with this process is definitely going to help folks,
absolutely,
individuals, to understand, yes, I'm nervous. Yes, I'm anxious. Yes, I've had these triggers. I have to take a breath.
Yes.
And if I don't breathe, I'm going to not necessarily, I don't want to say the F word. What I want to say is I want to learn how to learn from that.
Yes.
From that F word. I don't want to say
that's the whole thing, though, is learning from experiences.
Yeah, thank you.
Taking that information and putting it to the positive as you go forward. So that is the key.
I'm really excited to learn how you continue to evolve this process.
Yes, absolutely. And we are going to continue with Reset Your Nervous System next episode, because honestly, this is an in-depth program. I've spent a lot of time developing this, and I hate to say the word guarantee. I never use that.
No.
But I assure you that if you follow this program, you are going to see and you do the work. That's the other thing. If you follow this program and you do the work, you are going to see relief.
You have to put in what you want to get out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
perfect.
Correct.
There's no warranty here.
No. It's just, again, you have to put in what you expect to get out.
I got you.
All righty. That is our episode for today, folks.
Wow.
We're going to continue with Reset Your Nervous System parts
5 and 6. Maybe? Maybe.
Yes, that's what we're going to do, because there's a lot of information and this is super beneficial Join us next week, Monday evening, 7 p.m. No, 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
8.
What?
Man gave us 7. We're 8.
Don't step on my toes.
Sorry. So anyway, folks, that is our episode for today. Change your thinking, change your life, laugh hard, run fast, be kind. We'll see you next time.